Right, so I'm just with Labour MP Henry Tufnell. I just want to say, Henry, I really appreciate you coming and speaking to me.
No, pleasure. No.
I really do, and I love what you talk about online with dyslexia and that. Look, I see them as my superpowers. I really do, and especially when it's in an industry it focuses so much on having that kind of aspect of your brain working. Do you get what I mean? And researching and reading. So I appreciate what you come out online and do your content about. I really do. Now, I just want to ask you, what is your biggest challenge with dyslexia, working in politics, working in this industry?
So I think you have to do a lot of drafting, and you have to do so with like speeches or questions. So it takes time to like craft those, and you have to make sure that like spelling mistakes, grammatical mistakes, that kind of thing. And then reading. So if you're doing a speech and you've written out and you've got a speech in front of you, like how you deliver that can be a bit tricky in terms of making sure the words come off the page and then they get delivered in the right way. You don't make any mistakes like that. So those are probably the two things that I find.
And another interesting one as well, obviously with times like newer in times and things developing, AI coming out. Do you use like any kind of like AI features to help with dyslexia, especially in this kind of industry? With like writing as well, for example.
I don't use AI too much in terms of writing. I want to make sure that the voice, there's a distinctive voice to it, so I don't want to lose that. So you want to have your like idiosyncrasies and your sort of own nuances about how you express yourself. But like, I definitely use AI for other stuff in terms of researching.
I think it's a really key. I think it's a really key skill. Obviously, there's a lot of questions asked to it, and I think the way people use it as well, there's a lot of questions about that. But I feel like in this kind of industry, I think it's only going to be more beneficial. That's how I see it anyway. Maybe in a couple of years' time, it might be able to analyse stuff ever so quickly, like documents. Obviously, human eye check is obviously the best option. But obviously, when you've got skills like that, it's obviously very beneficial and efficient, should we say? That's the best word for it.
Yeah, no, I mean, it'll have a massive impact right across. I think it can really transform the way in which government can deliver public services, particularly. So it's exciting, but it's got to be handled in the right way. You've got to be careful about job losses, for example, and how you can transition the economy in the right way, protect people in terms of the skills, using AI. So those things, and also thinking about sovereign AI. So we don't want to, in terms of giving all your data to massive American companies, want to be able to develop our own capabilities in the UK. So I think that's something that we're very much aware of as a government.
And one more thing I want to speak about, and sorry for keeping you time.
No, don't worry at all.
As well, I want to speak about misinformation, like in the media. And I feel like this is a very big problem. I spoke about this. I don't know if you've seen it. I'm speaking to his communications secretary there, but it's a very big problem in society, and I speak a lot about it independently myself. And I feel like it needs a lot more attention, because these kind of false narratives are what are causing a lot of problems. Like take the Henry Novak case, for example. One of the officers was misidentified, and then look what came of that. People are rioting on the streets and everything, put someone's picture up online. It just feels like it's a very big problem. So if you don't mind me asking you, how is this new government under Burnham going to counter that? And I know that's a very, very wide and big question.
Like misinformation?
Yeah, misinformation, and how it's being used as well, and people are using that to like do protests and stuff like that. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I think it's very difficult, isn't it? And you've got to be careful about how you balance off with like free speech, and then making sure that you have it in the right way. So it's got to be it's a careful balancing act that the government has to do, but obviously needs to do to protect people, protect civil society, protect individuals.
I think Lisa Nandy, I think it was Lisa Nandy, I can't be sure it from the top of my head. I think she actually quit X about a month ago because of just how that app has gone towards springing narratives and just, quite frankly, pushing hate all the time, to be honest with you. I feel like a lot of these social media apps is where misinformation and bad narratives start to spread and form from. I don't know if you agree with me on that, but that's how I see it anyway, from a citizen.
Yeah, I mean, it's very difficult that social media is like instantaneous. You get a reaction, and then that can spread very, very quickly before you're able to verify whether that's actually taking place, whether something else was responsible. So, and BBC do a lot of have been trying to do that. BBC Verify, they've been trying to. So there's a lot of effort going in to try and tackle that, but the problem is it's very easy for that stuff to really, the horse can bolt before you can close the
turn to screw, basically. That's a better word for it. But anyway, thank you for your time, Henry. I appreciate it.
No,
I really do.
Thank you.